welcome back to Friday Night Lure Lab. Today we are going to continue the carp lure that we started last Friday. And yeah, so basically we're almost done with the head. I still don't like that it's not very well defined, but that's fine. We're gonna fix that. We still have some work to do in the mouth area. And yeah, basically once we fix the mouth and do a couple of fixes here and there, we can start working on the scales, the exciting part. Yeah, so let's get right into it. I think what I'm gonna start with is, do I want to redefine these right now or at the end? Yeah, I think we can do that right now. We need to stabilize this. So I hope your week was great. I had a good week. Nice. I think I should define it even more than this. It should be deep for the 3D printer to be able to like print these, or else it's gonna look very very smooth and not well defined. This should be fine. So if you watched the last episode, you have seen that we have like redefined this shape multiple times. And that's fine. This is what usually happens. To get like a very smooth transition. I'm trying my best not to, okay, you see I've touched this area, so I need to undo a bit. Nice, the rest is fine. I think these are fine. Maybe this needs a bit more. But not too much. Something like that. I think I'm not gonna smooth this. I'm gonna leave it like this. Now what we have here is gonna be a bit tricky. Tricky to work with. Let me see how it is in the photo. It's not super clear. Now I think this is an illustration, it's not an actual carp. But it could be. I might be wrong. I haven't caught too many carp. Mirror carp. We need an actual photo of a carp with its mouth closed. Actually, it's pretty accurate. This one is open. Ah, come on, just click it. Okay. This is the photo we have, right? Yeah. Come on, really. Yeah, this photo is no good. Huh. Okay, so I'm thinking, I don't know if you see it, but it's hard to explain. There's something here like that. So if you look at it from the side, there's some sort of like an indentation inwards. I don't know if that makes any sense, but something like this. We need to somehow smooth this out a bit. Nope, not now. Okay, maybe even here just a bit. Okay, and this part right here is gonna be a bit tricky. Now, from what I see in the picture, so I have it here already traced, but it's looking a bit weird. But that's basically how it's gonna be. This is like the, what is it called? It's like the antenna or something. I'm sure it's not called antenna, but yeah, I need to be careful with smoothing in here at the curves. It could mess up this shape, so I think that's all for now until we remesh, which is what we're about to do. Yeah, I'm not sure if these are gonna get printed. We'll have to check that later, but I think they look fine for now. So we need to make this a bit more obvious. I'm not sure the scales. Do we do the scales now or after we remesh? Where are we at the moment? Remesh, we're at 0.2. So we can probably go down to if we do 0.15 or 0.14, and let me see, can we smooth this out? Yeah, we can. Okay, nice. I can work with this. So first thing first, I'm gonna do a bit of smoothing. Here and there, just to as you can see, it's kinda erasing some stuff, but we're gonna have to redefine these stuff. What we need to redefine is just these, the edges. I think I made it too thin. Let's come from here. Ronald Lopez, hello, how are you? How's everything? I hope I pronounced your name right. It's Lopez, right? Huh. We can inflate this if it doesn't look right, or flatten it actually. We'll get to that. Okay. And down here we can do that. Nice, I'm happy with this. Now to fix this, let me see what would happen if we flatten it. Yeah, this makes it less sharp. Oh, good. Okay, great. So we're making a carb. It's, what was it? 100 mil? 100 mil. I don't know how much that is in inches. It's like 4 inches. We're making a 4-inch carb lure. Okay, now this. Okay, so this thing right here is not part of that. We need to somehow make it look as if it's coming from this part. So I'm guessing what we can do is do it like this, and then we can smooth this part out. We'll give it a bit more smoothing in a bit, and then do the same here. Yeah, it needs some work here. Okay, so we're already at 337,000 faces, and you can still feel like it's low resolution. That's because we're doing like very small details. and we need lots of resolution for these tiny details. But if you zoom out, it looks fine. We can get it up to like 500,000. That's fine. I have made lures with like millions of faces. Stabilized. Okay, I think I need the throw brush for this. Nice. Okay, and now we can smooth this part out. And this part right here. Okay. Let's try using the crease brush here instead. Whoops, no. This is gonna make it a lot sharper. It's easy to mess it up. Nice. Same here. As you can see, a big difference. And I don't need to smooth anything out after that. These are some very tiny details. I need to be careful here. Needs more. Now I can go again with the draw sharp brush. I might do that if I didn't like the result. Let's see. Yeah. Ah, come on. This one is tricky. Okay, so regarding here, I was thinking of making something that starts from here Huh. Yeah, I think that's better. Nice. They're much more defined now. This one needs a bit more. Maybe even this one. Nice. Okay, I think we can do some scales. Do you have to do all these changes on the other side? Just so my answer, yeah, no. So there's symmetry, and you can see when I hover, there's another blue dot on the other side. That's because symmetry is turned on. So if I come here and do something, yeah, it's gonna happen on both sides. Sometimes I'm making a lure and I forget to turn symmetry on, and like halfway through, like, oh my god, I forgot to turn symmetry on. But hopefully, I mean, not hopefully. Oh man, I forgot the word. There's a symmetrize function. So yeah, technically, even if I forget, I can still make it symmetric. Okay, so I don't like this. It's not looking very sharp. Maybe we need to remesh even more, get more resolution to fix this. But we can also try to crease. So let's see. We want this to be pointy. Okay, and now we can smooth this part out. Okay, what about here? And here. Maybe this is what it needed. Nah, it's still. Okay, wait. I think. It's just too weird. Again, the reason I'm doing this is because, I mean, I can have something coming out to the side, but the problem is, like, for example, here, if you look in the actual drawing, it's going all the way down. But the problem is, once you 3D print that, it's gonna break very easily. I think it's fine. We're gonna have a lip anyway, so some of these details are not even gonna show up. Okay, I think it's smooth enough. No, not yet. I don't know if you can see this over the video, but I look on the reflections and sometimes, or on the lighting, or yeah, reflections, and sometimes it's not smooth. So I have to come here and smooth it. Like here, there's something weird going on. Now it's fixed. Same here. It's a bit better. Okay, yeah, gonna crap. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Where's the music? Okay, let's do the scales. Nice. So let me just take a quick look at some other carbs. So their scales are super random. The mirror carb, which is what we're making, like some of them have way more scales than others, and some of them have super weird patterns. So I think it's just random. Like this one barely has any. Yeah. We can stick to what we have here in the picture, I guess. So let's get right into it. Oh, wait. What am I doing? Throw sharp. And what I want to do is go to brush, set the unit to scene, so that if I zoom out or zoom in, it's gonna be the same brush. Yeah, that's too small, I think. Let's go bigger. Yeah, that can work. Okay, but I want to do the outer edge, something like that. So nice. So they're not gonna look like that, of course. We're gonna do some other stuff um, to make them look better, but for now I'm just outlining them. Nah, come on, what am I doing? Yeah, there's no shortcut here, so we have to do it the hard way. This is a lot easier than the, for example, what was it? The chub swim bait that I made. These are like very big scales. For the chub swim bait, it had like 10 times more scales and they are smaller. So you can imagine the amount of work. Okay, wait. What? Wait, this scale. Okay, I think this one is on top of this one, I guess. And then this one is on top of this. If that's the case, then we do this one like that. And then this one will end. No, it doesn't feel like it. I think I did it right the first time. It doesn't have to be like exactly like the picture. So let's not stress it. Now, one thing that we should take into consideration is the curvature of the lure, because we're looking at a 2D picture, but we're actually working with a 3D object. Now here in the middle, it's fine, but when I'm doing these scales or these ones, if I do this, like trace it from here and then look at it, it's not gonna be the same. But I mean, it's fine. It's not that bad. So we can just trace it also. It depends. Sometimes it's not good, depending on how the lure curves. I think I'm gonna do the middle row first just to see how they're gonna look. I should have probably only done one, but it's too late for that. Now most of these are gonna be painted. Not most of them, actually all of them are gonna be painted, like the texture, the gold stuff. We'll see what was gonna be modeled and what is gonna be painted. If we can model this scratch, for example, but not everything. Okay. Okay, let's see how we're gonna do this. So one way we can do this is by, whoops, what happened? Okay, I need to do something here, yeah. Okay, nice. One way we can do this is by smoothing out this part, for example. And now it's gonna like blend into each other. And the other way is to inflate this part and then smooth it out a bit. Now what we're probably gonna do is a combination of both. So we will smooth out the edges and smooth out the outer edge and inflate the inner edge. And we should get these like smooth transitions. You can always do refinements at the end, but this looks fine. Like this is protruding outwards. It looks on top of this one, so this is what we want. Nice. Let's do this part. So smooth it out. Oh wait, I'm inflating. Yeah, that's fine. And then we inflate this and smooth it out a bit. Nice. We did inflate this one, right? Okay, let's do this one. I think I overdid it, but we can always smooth it. Yeah, I think I over smoothed it. Okay. Oh, I'm getting sleepy. Now, once I'm happy with the shape, we can go back and redefine the edges using crease, similar to what we did here. And it should be fine. Yeah, you need to keep looking at it from different... Yeah, something is wrong here. Like from different sides, different angles, not sides. Okay, nice. Okay, you know what? Let's do the smoothing part first, and then we can come back and inflate like all the inner edges. Should be a lot easier than doing both at the same time. Or at least that's what I think. Yeah, imagine doing this 2 tiny scales and hundreds of them. Imagine this lure is filled with scales that are smaller than this one. And you're doing this like to each and every one of them. I think it took me like 2 or 3 days to create chub swim bait. And the crazy part is that the lure didn't work. I might revisit it later somehow, like maybe make it work again. But as of now, it does not work. Ah, what's going on here? I think that's the shape of the scale, so we're fine. Ah, this is gonna be tricky. Yeah. Let's try something. Yeah, so far they're looking fine, but once we inflate them, I think they're gonna be a lot more obvious than this. You can see these like 3 or 4 scales. They look better than the rest, especially if you look at it from the side. You can barely see anything here, but these are very obvious. Now I hope that we can finish this tonight. Wait. Okay, this one is done. This one here is done. Okay, we're here. It's 10:20. I think we have time. Okay, now to get like the ultimate detail on these. We might have to remesh one more time, but I doubt I'm gonna do it. I don't think we need that much detail, to be honest. But if I want to, I can remesh once more. And that's too much. Yeah, that's fine. I can remesh once more, and then we can redefine these, but not that much work. We can either use the crease brush to crease them, or we can go with the draw sharp brush, but we only draw, no smoothing. So we would go over these and draw them again, but without smoothing them. And the reason this will work is because we've already like inflated these and everything, so the geometry is all already there. And we can go with like a smaller brush, so it's gonna be something like that actually. Yeah, just to give it some sharpness. Something like this. Cool, where were we? Inflate. I'm not inflating yet, but the draw sharp has stabilization on it. That's why I'm using inflate. Okay, back at it. Where are we? Probably here. Yeah. Huh. So the angle that you're looking at something matters when sculpting. Like if I look at it from this angle and then from this angle, it's gonna give me different results. I'm not like an expert or anything. I'm just telling you what I notice. Okay, here it's done, there it's done. Something weird is going on here. We can fix that in a bit. Can Mirror Carp only have like scales in the middle without any like top and bottom scales? I think they can. If we have time, we'll do the top scales also. If not, I think I'm gonna stick with the middle scales. Not that like the fish will complain or anything about the lure. It's just the intention is to hook fishermen, right? Not fish. Yeah, I didn't do a good job on this one. What happened here? Okay, I think I was being conservative. I was afraid to get too close, but yeah, I think now it's fine. Yeah, now. This is what happens when you get too close. You erase the entire thing. Again, the angle matters. I'm trying to get it like sideways first. I think the only reason it does actually matter is because you're more accurate this way. accurate at hitting the exact spot you want to, like, yeah, that was a bad one. You want to smooth. Okay, the most accurate way of doing it is by starting really small and getting these edges, then gradually making it larger and larger and moving away from the scale until it's blended 100%. So we start small, smooth the edge, then a bit bigger, no, too big, and smooth the other edge that was created, which will then create the third edge, and so on. And now we have perfectly smooth surface. That's why I chose to do a mirror carp, because it has way less scales than any other fish. And it was a two-part, 2 live streams. Yeah, we're almost done. Now I hope I made the correct decision by not inflating the scales at the same time. But I don't think we're gonna do double the work now. I think it's gonna be less, way less. Now another way of making scales, and I think I talked about this in other live streams, And that is to model one scale. Or like maybe you can model a bunch of them, like 4 or 5. And then there's a way to convert this modeled scale into a brush. And then you can just start laying them down one by one. But you will not get the random look of scales unless you have like you model like 20 or 50 scales in advance, and then you can get a somewhat random look. I should probably rediscover that approach because I tried it one time and it didn't work out really well for me. But I tried it like only once, so didn't put too much effort into it. Because if it did work, then it's gonna save me lots of time. Especially on lures with tiny scales. Oh, interesting what happened here. Let's see, we're here. Oh, no more songs? What? Okay, last scale. No. Hit the wrong button. Okay, nice. So I don't know if you can see this, but right at the bottom edge of these, there are some issues. We can fix these in a bit. Okay, so which scales are already inflated? I think only the starting from here. I'm not sure about this one. It looks kinda inflated. Yeah, let's start from here. Okay, I think we don't even have to smooth. Wait, so we can just do a pass like this and then maybe make this bigger. Yeah, I like that. Something like this. Here we can make it smaller. Make it bigger. So it might not seem like it's doing much, but it is doing something. And we are going to wait, where did I stop? Oh crap, I think I reached this point. Yeah, I might do an extra thing at the end to make these even more obvious. This one is big, it needs a bit more. Okay, there's one thing I want to try out. So the smooth brush, if I smooth with it, it like it basically does what it says, right? It smooths. But if I hit Control, which Control basically does the inverse of what a brush does. So if I hit Control, it does this, which at the moment is not looking like the best thing, but let's see if we go lightly on it. And then come here and go even lighter. Yeah, it's doing something. They look a bit more, a bit sharper than what they're used to. And we can do the same here. It's not a huge difference, but yeah. And now what we can do, since once we do this, it will actually make everything deeper, if that makes sense. Maybe it needs a bit more here. And here. So sometimes it might cause these weird effects. And that's why I'm thinking of doing something. Yeah, then I like that. So first I'm gonna save. And now I'm going to remesh with a low resolution of, let's do 0.1. So now we have 600,000 and now we can smooth a bit. Just a tiny bit. What this will do is it's not gonna affect how they are protruded outwards, so they're gonna still remain the same height, but this weird stuff, it's not gonna go away, but it's gonna make them way less. We can try it here. Actually, I think there's something wrong with this smoothing. Let's try. No, it's the same. You want to barely touch the tablet when doing that. Okay. And now we get rid of these shading issues here at the bottom. Maybe a bit more here, a bit more smoothing could help. Now, of course, these are going to be painted. So we need music collections. Let's play some Halloween music. Yeah, what we can model though is there's a line here somewhere. Yeah, this line. Oops, what happened? Okay. I thought it crashed. Let's see how it looks. Huh. With the paint, everything is gonna look better, but I like it so far. And of course, if we add, we need a fin. We forgot the fin. But it's not gonna be this fin. We need the folded fin. We need a folded fin. Something like this. Yeah, we need that fin. But you know what? Since it's already 11 p.m., I'm not gonna work on the details anymore. I am going to start adding. I think we're gonna start with the eye. And then some hardware. And did we decide what we're gonna do with it? I think I said it's gonna be a wobbler. But I'm not sure yet. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna slap a lip on here. Similar to, I don't know if you can see it, but similar to this lure. Similar style lip. It worked really well. This was a, yeah. Let's start with the eye, one step at a time. So we need to create a cylinder that is going to be, it's gonna have 16 vertices with a radius of, let's go, so we're gonna start with 2.6 and then we'll change it later. 10 is fine. We need to rotate it on the y-axis by 90 degrees. Move it on the x. And we need to do some surgery on it, so put this one here. Oh, I don't need the pen anymore. Can use my mouse. delete the face, and grid fill. We have done this like millions of times so far. Insert the face, delete the face, and grid fill. Nice. And because why not, we can do this now. Nice. So at the moment this is a 5.2. No, let's make it 5.5 or 5.6. So this will fit a 5mm eye, which I think is gonna be perfect right here. So now we can enable the move and rotate, set this to local. And let's see how it looks like. Okay. Maybe make it a bit more shallow. This should be perfect. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. So now we can add the mirror modifier on here, and we can cut it. Wait, where is this? Is it in place? Yeah. Nice. Now it looks like a fish. The eyes are not too small and they're not too big. I actually like it when eyes are too big. So I can even put a 6mm eye here. But now let's leave it like that. And what we can do, we can inflate this area here. We can actually remesh. We can apply the eye and remesh. And then do some like inflation and smoothing. It's gonna look good. But I'm not gonna do that right now. Let's quickly add some hardware. But I'm going to duplicate this cylinder. So let's duplicate it now. Put it somewhere here. And hide it. So to view it, we need to set the viewport display to solid. I'm going to remove the mirror. And reset rotation to 0. Location on the X also to 0. This will put it back in place. And now we need to change these to 2mm. And we can go with 15mm. Okay, so I'm still not sure where I'm gonna put the line tie because I need to figure out the lip first. But this is gonna be somewhere here, and this is gonna be somewhere here. Before we place this one, I need to figure out something. So you see this yellow dot. When I select something, it has a yellow dot. This is like the center, like the center of mass or whatever it's called. So we can go to object, set origin, and we want to set the origin to the geometry. And it's gonna take a while to calculate. Okay, it's not that far away from the center. It is not that far away. So we want, it's right here. We can actually like annotate it here. And we want, this might be too far back. So maybe somewhere here. That would be nice. And we want most of our weight to be around this area. So for example, what we can do is we can put this one here, and let's say we're using, I don't know, 6 mil, so 6.5 or 6.6, something like that. Yeah, if we're using 6 mil, let's say split shot, we need to have them something like this. Yeah, something like that. And this will give it action. Actually, we can see the center from these lines. So we don't need the annotation here. Yeah, we still need to do the lip. Okay, if we put this one right here, right on the nose. And then what we can do is, let's bring in a cube. We want this to be around 3 mil thick. And I forgot to apply the scale on these, so we have to do that. Now when it comes to booleans, it's not that important, but I like to do it. Put this one here. And we want to scale it. Let's set it to local, which is right, and scale it on the Z axis. Now the problem is, it's not actually a problem if I'm gonna model the lip. If I'm gonna join the lip with the body, it's not a problem. But if I want to print the lip alone, then it's gonna be a problem because these two cannot intersect. But I think I'm gonna model the lip, so we don't have a problem. What happened to the music? Okay, is this enough? Let me see. I'm comparing it to like yeah, I think it's enough. We can make it a bit bigger. Now we can scale it on the X. We can scale it by, I think that's enough. Maybe a bit more. Yeah, that's fine. Apply the scale. Now we need to select these, scale them on the X. Something like that. Add a loop cut here. Select these and move them on the Z, local Z. Because I want this to be rounded. What else do we want to do? We want to add a loop cut. Come on. You wanna add a loop cut here, or no? No, we don't have to. I'll show you why. I will show you why. Okay, so now we can hide the lure for a bit. And let's play around with this one. We're gonna add a subdivision. But as you can see, it's a bit messed up now. So to fix that, we need to select these edges, go to edit, or sorry, not edit, go to item and increase the mean crease up to 1. And we can do the same down here. And increase the mean crease to 1. This will make them kind of solid. Now what happened here? Oh, that is interesting. I think it's because of this edge. Oh, this is now creased. No, we don't want to crease this. You know what? I think I'm gonna dissolve this in. Dissolve edge. Yeah. I don't think I need it. And we can take these two also and increase the crease to 1. Let's show the lure again. Not this, no. Hide this, show this. Okay. So this is maybe too rounded. We can play around with this, I think. Is it too wide? It might be too wide. That's easy to fix. I'm just gonna turn symmetry on and let's move these on the X. Now I think it's fine. You can always come back and change it. So now we can add these up together. So join them. And these are now one object. And now we can cut the rest. But I don't think I'm gonna do another episode on this lure. I don't know, we'll see. I don't want to make it a 3-part. But so far it's looking great. I like especially what's going on here. I like this. And also the mouth. I think it's fine. Could be sharper with more details, but I think it's fine. The scales, they look good, but we need scales at the top and maybe a bit on the bottom to make it look decent. Yeah, at least these scales and a couple of these. And of course we need a fin. Maybe it is worth it to have a 3rd part. I don't know. But these are just details. So if I want to test the lures, I can actually do it before we do any of these modifications. So I can print one and try it. But a carp wobbler, wow. Imagine catching an asp or a pike on a carp. That would be fun. Let's save so I don't forget. And yeah, that's all for today. Thank you for watching, and as always, if you have any questions, you can check my Discord server. And one thing I want to check before I leave is the volume of this. 22. Wow. 22. So it's gonna be a heavy lure unless I scale it down. But yeah, it's 100 mil. I think it's expected. I can scale it down to 70, I guess. But then it's gonna be hard to fit in some weight. I need to experiment with this. Maybe 70, 80. We can drop it down to something like 12. Maybe even less. But anyways, hope you enjoyed this live stream and see you in the next one. Bye bye.